folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger.
You're listening to SS.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in? Oh yeah? I found out recently I really want to collect. I already tracked down. You will?
Mars is so boring sometimes.
These are supposed to be luxurious condominiums? Huh. If you ask me, I find them to be rather underwhelming.
I haven't seen you around here. Best not be looking for trouble, right? Seen some karate videos.
Don't tell me my son Tai invited an. That boy means well. Oh, my son mean my husband. He is.
God's sake, drop some of that rubbish already.
duplex condos aren't anything.
Hey, you know why they call this? What? It's supposed to be the only way is whatever.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? All right. This way, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it.
Ikande's on level 2.
That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Hey.
There you are. Commander Kibwe Ikande, UC-STARFIELD. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he's certainly picked the right person. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet. I wouldn't expect any... Look, before you begin, as an undercover operative for UC-SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull it. At the end of the day, you're... That's what I want. Anyway, now... You have your orders.
Howdy. Pardon.
I have something I need to discuss with you. Yes? I have an important personal decision to make, but I need... Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless. Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own. No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight. I believe you, but you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. You're sorry. For me, if I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape. Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. Bad luck. That sounds familiar. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us. After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja. I'm counting on that. Look, I think I thank you for being there. Know when you're ready to launch.
Dad, what does superfluous mean? I just read it in my book.
It means, more than enough. As in, Oracle has a superfluous amount of books.
No! I won't have more than enough until I have a super duperfluous amount of books.
Yes, what?
Excuse me.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it... Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical. I want data. For the sake of the settled systems, that miners, if you've seen what I've seen, that's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return. Commander Akande came up with the idea. All right. We've cleared your ship for launch. That should do it. We'll be here if you need us.
I might complain about landing here, but I have to admit, there is a sort of hidden beauty to the Martian landscape.
Watch out for the robots.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC Security... Either show me what you're trying to Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle.
The Trade Authority turning away contraband.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC Security catches them. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might... You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who...
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the... If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Oh, and, it's been a...
Hey, you looking for anything in particular? Take your time. Cool. That's what we do here. See you around.
Don't want to catch yourself with a loose grip.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to... Right down to business!
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I... Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most...
What can I help you with?
Faith in God is what
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mine. Adler... Oh! Wait! You mean that Adler? I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
What? Sure. Why the hell would I... Please. Tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt.
Yeah, what is it?
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Nice, nice. You're kind of a naturalist, you know. If you like this, you think you can handle running with my, That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora ship.
Got something for me? So,
Welcome to Deimos.
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the
It's
Constellation
nice to
Navy
see someone
continues to contract
always
with them
eager
to
to
this day.
Oh, please. I assume you're here, Mr. Henderson. Oh yeah? Oops. Yeah. Yeah. What I can I used to say. Awesome! If you have your own... The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the... As a first time. But obviously, depending on your car. So what we need a medium. Excellent. This invoice has... Let me see your mana. We'll unload that from your ship right now. If you have any questions, let me see your manifest. Huh, it doesn't appear you...
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
To show up. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? So, before I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little... There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana. On board that ship, you'll find a trader named Austin. Kill Rake. That's... If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. It's done when Rake... Head back here when you're finished.
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake. Mars, eh? You always take me to the nicest places.
Found a clutch of heat leeches.
Don't worry. Trust me. This is the best. Okay. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR term. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. That's the spirit. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour. Surprised everyone doesn't know it. Anyway, should be...
If you are looking for spare parts, look elsewhere. I need my infrastructure.
Do you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Don't worry. We're gonna... And I can say that I just saw the company. Next step should be easy. All you've got to do, then...
I'm a bit busy at the moment. Lots of business operations to operate and all that. Oh. What happened to the old one? When they... Well, enough. Not quite. I'm expecting a person now. Oh, you're done?
How goes?
You simply won't find a... what can I do? Something important, huh? Well then, you've been... it's...
Interesting. It appears Governor Hurst is well aware of our exploits.
If by exploits, you mean what your friend is doing for Sidonia, and not your work for Constellation, Ms. Morgan, you're right on the money. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant, so let's cut to brass tacks. Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, look, I'll tell you. See, then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship.
Alex condos aren't anything.
That's fun.
Hey, friend. Don't mean to bother you, but it is good to see someone out here. I've been drifting alone here for 2 days without help. Wait, you on the account? Alright, come on board. I hope you've got some extra ship parts for repairs, because we're going to need it. So, you're a pirate? Please. We know you're not really with the fleet. Word of advice, you've got 2 choices. We need ship parts to repair our busted craft drive. Hand them over along with yours. You've got to the count of... Death it is!
Not gonna last much longer. I don't even need a gun.
Just getting started.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
governor's office is right out there on the main level.
How's it going? Can I help you? Hey, you looking for anything? Cool. That's what... See you around.
If you're here to broker a deal, why don't you try something?
You look hurt. Might want to head on over.
I sure hope you've taken care of our little, problem. Did you, take... I'm already giving you what you want, per hour. Tell you... But you should know, if I hear any rumors... Don't get greedy.
The fact that we helped this imbecile worm his way out of the situation...
Tell you what, say you really do have this alleged note. If you're so inclined, I'll take it off your hands instead, and compensate you for... Then you and I part ways and never speak of this again. Come on, don't make... Obviously, that's not a good... No, about that... You know, you're supposed to destroy... And even though I don't take kindly to blackmail, you're making the right move by agreeing. The way I figure, no, not take Brennan's package and your compensation.
Did you do that thing I asked you to?
My shipment.
Oh, I'm sure. Anyway. Oh, use my password, and... have a good one.
This life ain't easy.
I wonder what's taking Hank so long. I saw. I've already put it in one of my guys, but... Of course I'll pay you well. We don't currently... They'd be the last
There's nothing like
Anything I can help you with? Let's see here. Oh, wait. Here we go. Henry Farrar. Hank's got it. Actually, it looks like he came back into Mars space recently. Nothing out of the ordinary. Tried and failed. Yeah, something seems off about this. Anyway,
exchange is a great place to buy your weapon.
I wonder what's taking Hank so long. That's a little... Something's different. In particular... Anyway, he's not too bright. Remember, it's most important. We've got to do it, and we've got to hope.
The community center on P1.
It's my personal statement.
It wouldn't last a week in the mines. Questions, huh? Suit yourself. Anyway, with someone like you... Okay, you got me. I had to. Those guys all think I'm some kind of joke. And I'm stuck with this stupid 3-year contract. So, screw Deimos, screw Trevor and all the other miners. Losing that equipment's the last straw for them. Did he tell you that? One last failure in a string of failures. Oh shit. You could turn me in. I'd be in jail and... Damn it. Fine. You got me. I'll take you to where I stashed it and... Relax, hotshot. Just,
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability.
Deimos Star Yards may be the first major ship manufacturer. That doesn't mean we haven't kept up. So we'd struck oil, but it turns out it was just another deep water deposit. It would have been wild.
all right. That's enough. Now face me. so I don't have to shoot you in the back. You didn't think I'd just reveal my plan, and then let you walk away while knowing everything, did you? Damn, you're dumber than I thought. No, we got a problem we can't... Do they? Oh, maybe I need to rethink what I'm doing. Damn it. You're right. What the hell am I doing? This is freaking stupid, even for me. This whole idea, I barely thought it through. I just acted because it seemed like my only shot. I really don't want to hurt anyone. I'm in too deep and I don't know what to do. I know I don't deserve it, but will you help me? Please? Hey, I like how... I mean, as long as they get the equipment back, no harm. And if they think I got it back for them, then maybe I'll find... Yeah.
You're going to persuade everyone that this weasel is some sort of hero. Oh, ridiculous.
Thank God you talked me out of this whole thing.
Looking forward to hearing all about this. Any luck? Oh, do tell. Look, I've got some credits set aside for you, but I need to know what happened. Wow, is that true, Hank? Sounds like you really... Well, good on...
Oh yeah, well, I really just wanted to prove myself, you know? So, I went early to go pick it up, but when I returned to Mars, I diverted from the space...
Turns out I had you all. I'll take it from here and get the equipment. Here's the credits I promised. We'll be able to
This is only my first contract, but I've already hauled more room, and the old-timers could never refuse. I'm jealous of you.
I apologize if... Okay? See you around.
If you know anyone,
it's hard to work.
Especially if the people do it hiring.
Sorry, I don't really have much. Since you have this. Good. It's not a matter of money. Actually, thanks. Thanks, I'll try it, but it's clear you want to...
That's generous of you. But the poor girl clearly needs...
See, I came to Sidonia. He has connection. It's worse than after I did, but last I heard... But if it won't... It just so happens I've got it. That whiskey. Good luck. And thank you.
Things can get really glum.
I don't care what anyone says. This is still a tough...
Civilians like you should keep to the city interior and not interfere with the truck.
Take your time. Sounds like a plan. Come back anytime.
It's not a sin or anything to buy them.
It appears things have gone downhill since the last time you were here.
You're back.
Argos has clearly washed its hands of this operation.
Oh no, don't start. I've had enough Barrett for one lifetime. I don't need the sequel showing up on my doorstep. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties. They didn't make it. Well, how could you have? You weren't here. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you."
Not quite. Barrett is more dangerous than you might think.
Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Hela. I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barrett put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them. They could have grav-jumped anywhere. I tried pinging a transmission to the ship in the comms building before they left, but the pirates must have fried it.
You want to try it? Go ahead. But the odds of them being alive, even if you could find them... I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up. You wanna try fixing that computer? Go ahead.
Out the grab jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on their payload. Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gotta tell Lynn how royally screwed we...
So, you actually get... What? Let me see that. Funny. Even knowing he's alive, I still never want to see him again. Hella, on the other hand. Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay? Be a while before Argos comes to pick me up. I'll be here if you need me. And hey, if you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. Maybe it's time to put Argos behind me. Seems like you've been keeping busy, Dusty. If, you find yourself in need, my contract's up with Argos. Works for me. I'm not fussy about it. Right. Good luck finding Barrett. Need help, Dusty? It was good to... Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Hey. Goodbye.
Can't believe Barrett snuck a transmission to us. He always finds a way. Damn him.
Let's put this bird into space. Orbital insertion completed.
Excuse me, do you have a minute? I'm a scientist. I could use some help with my... Hello there! And thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I flagged you down to...
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well...
I can't thank you enough.
Not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were
I
born.
understand.
What was it like?
I'm going to try my luck in another system.
Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora.
Sorry, this is
Trust
taking
me.
longer than...
It's the worst.
So, do you have... If you haven't tried it yet, give origami a shot. Personally, I have quite a rock. Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip. You ever hear the one about the geology? The guy looks him up and down and says... vessel, colonists here in distress. We could really use your help. We're unarmed civilians who need assistance. Oh, thank you first. But our grav drive is... And we're just 2 jumps away from starting a new... We have a workbench here, but we need just common old iron. Then we should be able to jury-rig some repairs. We'll pay loads... That should do us. Thank you. And we'll be heading out hopefully shortly.
Landing initiated. Watch for flaring.
Another dead rock. Well, at least we can scour the place for materials.
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, was it that obvious? Oh, I thought I could handle these men. I would like that. One problem, though. I think... was there to tell? I survived. Still, it turned out... I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing. Hold on. I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite. For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my own. Your instincts are right on target. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. Look. Truth is, I know you will. You've always been there when I've needed your help. What? I don't know what to say. I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of something I've seriously considered sharing with you for a long time. Yes. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Hopefully, it'll bring me... Well, that's a waste.
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you was some pirate coming back to kill me. Lucky me, right? Nah, I'll be alright. Just...
You should let us help you. There's no reason for you to have to suffer.
Man, I was so terrified when I got pulled on board that pirate ship. Barrett was all, "Sorry, brother, I'll get us out of this. Trust me." Yeah, I'm starting to see that. He tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. Trick the pirates into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer. How am I supposed to defend myself against these pearly whites? He's gonna bite my face off." I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. All of a sudden, we were wrestling with two of them. Barrett reached for one of their guns. Bingo. Blasted the pilot right in the back. Through to the flight console. And dropped orbit like a rock off a high-rise. I blacked out. And when I came to, there he was, smiling like it was just another day on the job. You missed the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing. Oh yeah, probably should have talked about that first. Did I mention I'm on a lot of painkillers? So, I was real excited when a ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really less excited when Barrett said, "It's okay, I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone. I was drifting in and out, but yeah, I think so. Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming. Yeah, just, don't ask me to operate any heavy machinery for a while. Give me a minute. I think the worst of it is... Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Ready to wisecrack with the best of them. Let me know when you want to head out. Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off. Phew, oh, I'm glad. You got it.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett.
Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't.
Just give the word and we'll get underway.
I found something for you.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah. Thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down.
I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space.
Time up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Connection logged. Go ahead. All right, just... What kind of crazy demand is that? Yeah? What are you... I never back down from... If we get into a... Why the hell would I... Nope, forget it. I'm not... Yeah, that's what I thought.
Landing site looks good. Let's set it down.
pick you apart! I'm going for help!
I'm sure they have something we can use.
no certainty to the universe at all. Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn.
Pulling my leg again, right? What's the latest thing you've seen? No exaggerations this time.
Let me think. Unicorn. Not kidding.
What? The mythical mare with the magic horn thing? Come on.
Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by SysDef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe trying to get away from what's after us. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. Real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom? You want me to end all this with nothing to show for it? A ransom isn't about how much one... He does seem to be... Yeah, not enough.
We do have some insurance set aside for this exact problem.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your money. And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word in the Crimson Fleet that...
That's a fair point.
Do what you can. A suggestion to the right ears can work wonders.
Very well. Goodbye to you all. I have enjoyed this little exchange.
See you around, Matsura. I mean, well, you know, hopefully not.
Got nothing to say to you.
So, back to Matsura the Grim? Honestly, I think I butted heads with his... Okay.
Matsura's in charge.
You're lucky. The boss is so generous. Time to get this shit moving.
We have liftoff. Hell of a view from here.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's
Be
called
advised,
space.
you have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire.
Starships
You're on the
fly
wanted
there
list.
like comets,
Halt and prepare to
carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey,
Copy
will you
that.
write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
Sorry for the wait, everyone. Got a little held up on Vectera.
Well, some of us were.
I see you did. I know you've been secretly crying into your piles.
Look at you two. I'm jealous. I tried following up on some leads myself, but came back empty-handed.
They could be anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock, or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader? I catch myself just staring at the collection sometimes, wondering what it all means. Maybe that's how our ancestors felt when they were looking up at the stars for the first time.
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored. They tested. Science brought us to space, not daydreaming.
I disagree. What's the point of science if not to enable humanity's dreams? And where do those dreams come from?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work is what moves us forward.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration? Exactly! We can't forget.
Genes and evolution are what made us human, Mateo. Both of you clearly need to go back to school.
Dreams are wonderful, but they don't pay for helium-3. Constellation's bank account can attest to that.
You know what? I just realized I completely overtook this whole conversation. This should be about you and Andrasia celebrating a win for the group.
I do not mind being asked to join in a debate. It was good to hear everyone's sides. But I do agree that we accomplished something together. Thank you for your help. I have no objections. Let us see what else we can find out there.
Noel, pulling some interesting data from those new artifacts. Tell the Rook to meet me back on board the station.
Roger that, Vladimir. He's on his way.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
You have my attention. Back to it then. Yes? Maybe when you are not quite so busy.
Captain. Sergeant Yumi was looking for you.
Captain! Over here!
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar collect. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed? Or if you've got no telling how long the... Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Here on Vanguard business?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs? More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
I'm far too busy to talk right now. This isn't a good time to talk.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
That's it! Stop! Now hit him with everything you've got!
We're trying to help you! Please! I can't stop!
Thank you. The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. And keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Turn!
Officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on. Getting all worked up over nothing.
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
I'm gonna go down.
Save. Never save, never save. Never save.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
You're back in one piece. I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
I'm putting in for commendations for every last one. If you hadn't been here, better not to go on that.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
My appointment's late as full. Maybe another time.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the... I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. We're dismissed.
I'm quite busy, so if you'll excuse me.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Heroes were minted down at that spaceport, and that includes you.
By the way, Captain,
My appointment slate
Sergeant
is
Yumi
full.
was looking for
Maybe
you.
another time.
Sounds like he's got more work.
I'm quite busy, so if you'll excuse me.
We didn't get where we are by sitting on our laurels. Our laurels, in fact, became uninhabitable a long time